Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Something a little bit different. We're actually going to be doing some league racing, which I haven't done in 4 or 5 years. I've joined the virtual Formula League on PlayStation 4. Literally, I just thought, hey, I want to do some league racing. So I found some people looking for some drivers, and I joined up. However, I wasn't expecting to race on this day. I signed up for Tier 2. And this is Tier 1. It's the last race of their first season, and they needed a reserve driver. Needed a driver to step in. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I've got nothing else to do. I can race. So yeah. So around Brazil, this is my fastest lap in qualifying. Qualifying was actually a lot closer than I expected, and I think the overall pace of everyone seems to be pretty close. Definitely in qualifying terms, anyway. So how this works is a 50 lap race, short qualifying. I haven't really done many online races, especially 25-50% races, especially 50. Strict corner cutting rules and all that stuff. I normally have it on reduced, to be completely honest with you guys. So you'll notice I make a few mistakes, a few penalties here and there. This is more of a practice, trying to get used to everything before the season starts for Tier 2. So it's been a decent lap. You can see we've got purple middle sector, which I was quite decently surprised. Really didn't expect that. And I was thinking, I might be able to get into the top 5, but no, only 9th. So quite a good lap from myself. Still a bit more time to find, but I don't feel like I could have done anything else. Last lap of the session, as you can see, just coming through the center S. And there's just AlphaTauri just in the way. I think maybe the driver retired, and that's probably why. But you can see 9th place, only less than 4 tenths off pole. That's how tight it is. So really, really close stuff. I was quite decently surprised and quite happy actually with where we qualified. So now going into the 50 lap race, I'm a little bit nervous. Looking at the strategy, I thought I'd go for the alternate strategy. 2 seconds slower, but I think it'd be quicker to do 2 softs and a medium rather than soft and then hard. So yeah, formation lap done, lining up in the grid slot for the race, and just trying to stay out of trouble. I don't want to crash into the title contenders. But yeah, it was a pretty good race. So let's start. 5 red lights, out they go, away we go, down into turn 1. Not the best of starts, but just trying to stay out of trouble as much as we possibly can. A little bit of contact there with the rear of the Mercedes. See the Williams gets turned around, and that's actually their title leader, that's the championship leader. So that was I was a bit like, oh god. And there's more contact here with the Merc and the AlphaTauri. So we're actually in 9th at the moment, which is not too bad. Just trying to stay out of trouble. Doing alright so far. It's been a decent start. Could be better, it could be worse, it's actually pretty good. I've noticed I was really slow on the straights, and that's because ERS wasn't automatic. I normally use automatic ERS, which maybe I shouldn't, but I usually do. So yeah, if you see another Mercedes gets turned around, just have to go off the track. I do get a warning there, but we just got to avoid that, because I'll hit the back of them, and yeah, it's not really going to work out, is it? So on lap 3 now, just go a little bit wide, and that's the first 3-second time penalty. Maybe deserved. I'd say the incident with the Mercedes maybe shouldn't have, got a warning for that. I was trying to avoid the crash, but it is what it is. It's learning and growing. And now we've got a 5 car battle, including ourselves, for 4th place. So at this moment of the race, I was thinking, okay, we've got good potential here. We might be able to get possibly a top 5. Top 10 was realistically the target. But everyone's getting extremely close, and actually is a back marker, but it's not a back marker because the guy in front of us is actually in 7th. It's just Codemasters games being Codemasters games. So it's nice clean racing. Everyone's still on the track, and this is where things start to get a little bit interesting. The AlphaTauri goes very wide there. We get a much better exit coming out the center S onto the back. We're going to have DRS, I believe. So is the other driver. We're going to have DRS. And I'm a little bit far back. I decided to go for it. He sort of opened the space a little bit, drift out wide into him, made contact into the wall, and completely lost the front wing. Another 2 cars off right there, luckily not to hit those. So I don't know how we're both still in the race, but luckily we are. Yeah, safety car, so that kind of helps. But I was a bit disappointed with myself. I felt like maybe I was a little bit too far back to lunge it. So yeah, I do kind of take responsibility for that crash. But yeah, disappointing considering how much potential we had. But you know, the safety car coming out did actually save me a huge amount of time, and is basically going to stop me from dropping back. So that's, well, it's perfect really. We're in 8th, so we haven't actually lost any places, and we got fresh new soft tyres. So safety car coming in, and at the end of lap 9, and it's been a pretty decent restart. Apart from the Williams, again, he is the title leader, championship leader, so I didn't really want to fight him too hard. I don't want to be the guy who comes in last round, completely fucks up the championship. Another 3-second time penalty. Can't argue with that one. I just need to get used to track limits and just being a better driver really, which I'm not at the moment. But yeah, you know, we live and we learn. So it's getting a lot closer now, of course, with the safety car coming in. Right, left, everyone's side by side, just trying to stay out of trouble, trying to get the Williams up on the inside as he drifts out wide. Just as the other Williams passed him, we get a little bit of contact there, going into the right-hander, but I just managed to get past him round the outside of the long left corner. I don't know any corner names for this track. But yeah, up into 8th still, so we managed to maintain our place. Well, we lost one, overtake one, which is alright. And you know, there's a big battle up here now, with another 5 cars battling for 4th position. On the outside of the Mercedes, coming into turn 4 or 5, McLaren drifts out a bit wide. We've just managed to stick it up the inside of the McLaren. We're side by side now. Now this is a very hard corner to overtake around the outside. I did try to go for it, but you know, even with the soft tyres, it's just not going to happen. I did think about a lunge there, but I thought better not. Just better to stick out of it and kind of follow around in this train at the moment, so we can keep in touch with everyone else. Lap 11, really close to the McLaren now. No DRS just yet, but just not quick enough to get up the inside. And as you see, the Williams actually overtakes me round the outside, makes a little bit of contact with the McLaren. We're almost running side by side, and now's our time to attack the Williams. We've got DRS, but so is the Williams in front of us, so we can't really do much. A little bit too far behind for a lunge. We're just going to follow him for now. Coming on to lap 12 now, the end of lap 12. Now the Williams is going to go for a move on the McLaren up the inside, up into turn 1. Nice and easy done. Thought about lunging it again, a little bit too far back, and now the Alfa Romeo has got us round the outside of turn 1. Fair play. Good move, good clean racing, and I can't really be too mad at that. But now we have the Haas behind us, also overtaking us, and I just felt like a little bit of a sitting duck in this situation. You see the Haas goes up the inside of the Alfa Romeo, taps the rear, and just gets spun round. We are lucky not to collect in there, and we're another place gained really, so thank you for that. And a bit of banging now in front of us for 8th position. I was hoping they were, well, not hoping they were going to crash, but I was like, come on, give me an opportunity, let me pass. And you see the McLaren is just staying in front. We're just getting a little bit closer. And this is interesting here, the Alfa Romeo just seems to run wide. So I decided, okay, we'll go to the inside, try to get the move done, but there's simply more momentum on the outside of the corner, because it's a bit banked. But I'll stick it up the inside again, just can't get past the Alfa, getting very close though. And he just runs wide here, gets over the curb and just completely loses it, just spins it out of the curb. I've done that many times. You really just don't want to be on that curb for too long, especially have all 4 wheels over it. So up into 9th, McLaren's still in front of us. We've got DRS this time, using overtake as well, using ERS. Straight up the inside, should be an easy move done. Up into 8th. So we seem to be in 8th quite a lot of this race. Seems to be our lucky number. And there is a Williams, and that's also the title favourite is off the track again. We got another 3-second penalty. Up to, well, 9-second penalties now, which is, well, it's disastrous really. But now we're having a fight with this Mercedes. we got DRS, we're going up the inside, we're just trying to get it down, but he brakes a little bit later. It's a bit close, maybe squeezed a little bit. I just thought it'd be best to back out of that. I don't want to, again, I'll be the one who spins out there. It's just not worth it. So coming on to the next lap, DRS again, overtake, trying to go around the outside of the Mercedes into turn 1. And we get very, very close and we just make contact. I get spun around. Luckily no damage, but already with the penalty cost us a huge amount of time. I was quite frustrated. Racing incident possibly. It's not like I didn't have any room, it was just maybe the trickiness of the corner. But we've come to lap 21. Time for the final pit stop, so I'm going on to the mediums. I later going to regret this strategy. Probably should have done something different, maybe the mediums earlier. But onto the mediums anyway, last stop, and we still got another 14 laps to go. But luckily, you know, Brazil, low deck track. So all will be good. But it's just there's a, you know, 3-second time again, up to 12. So not very good indeed. And just getting out of the way here for the championship leader again. As he just came out the pits, fresh soft tyres. It's just going to lose too much time trying to battle, so just not worth it. You see the Alfa Romeo going for a really far back dive bomb, spins out in front of us, and we just have to completely slow down and just steer around him. Luckily, again, no damage, but that was a bit optimistic to say the least. And we have the safety car out again. So this is good. The safety car out is a very good thing because we're now in 4th. 12-second time penalties, but we're in 4th. But with 4 laps to go, everyone else is on fresh, soft tyres, and we are on slightly warm, medium tyres. So we're just going to have to do the best we can for this final 4-lap sprint. I thought it'd just be better just to stay out, considering the time we'd lose. I don't really want to be at the back of the grid. So you can already see behind us, the AlphaTauri gets a much better exit, just more grip, just up the inside, and this is more about not fighting too much, just trying to pace as best as we can, get out as far as we can, and just hope that with other people's penalties we can stay out as far as possible, as you see, just getting out of the way for the Williams, because it's just going to lose too much time. And I'm not really interested in anyone else's race, I'm just interested in mine. If I didn't have this time penalty, I would probably defend a lot harder. Another 3-second time penalty. That is all the time penalties I will get for track extending. But yeah, definitely something I need to work on. But I've always found Brazil one of those tracks where it's quite easy to get corner cutting or track extending penalties. Maybe that is just me. But lap 36, you know, we're in 7th, and it looks like that's where we're going to finish. Well, on track anyway. So as an on-track result, I'm pretty happy with that. I think the performance was really good today, and I was just a lot more fighting than I thought there'd be. I'm very happy with how close the league is as well. So 7th place across the line. We anticipatingly wait, and it's going to be 11th. That's where we're going to finish with all the time penalties. So a bit disappointing. I'm really disappointed in myself about the penalties, but it was a good race, a lot of battle, a lot of drama, just the overall good fun. So yeah, I'm not sure about where the final standings were, because I know some people might get their penalties removed, but anything does change, I'll put it in the description below. But thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you back for the next sim racing video. Not sim racing, league racing.